Why, hello, and welcome to the show. We are a little late this week, but that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my co host here. Hello, Zach. How's it going?
Oh, it's all right.
You sound so quiet today. You're like, it's all right. Everything's good.
Um,
We're all good.
I don't really have a explanation.
Well, okay. Anyway, so with that said, oh, I think I'm way louder than you are, though. Let's take a look here. Let's maybe not quite that far. Okay, we should be pretty even now. Anyway, so I've got a great story for you.
Do you?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
So, guy comes into the store the other day. He's looking at some products, and we have an assortment of flashlights in our particular retail establishment, and he was like, "Oh, this would be great. I work for MediaCom." And I'm like,
Oh God.
so I'm like, you know, like nothing against you or anything, but like I just am totally not a fan of like big telecommunication companies like you guys. And
You just told him that? Oh,
it was in, you know, in passing, right? Kind of thing. Like, you know, just being honest. Like, nothing against you. I'm just like, you know.
I mean, the idiot on the ground, so to speak, is not even responsible for why they're terrible. So
Right. Well, hold on. Because said, you know, cog in the wheel proceeds to explain to me how, well, MediaCom is actually one of the best ISPs in this area, and we have the lowest prices. And oh, this one. You ready for this one, Zach? By the way, this guy is an installer, right? Copper is actually more reliable than fiber. I'm like, okay, dude. Yes, you can carry gigabit speeds over copper, but not super reliably. So he's trying to explain to me how I can get copper, 1 gig copper to my house that is more reliable than what I currently have with fiber.
That is just classic right there.
So, yeah. Anyway, but last time I checked, fiber is far superior to copper. Because here's what he was telling me. I was like, gigabit speeds to my house. And how is that being delivered? Through fiber? No, through copper. Really, I didn't realize copper could carry a signal that well. A gigabit signal that well. He's like, yeah, we don't need it. We don't need fiber to your house. He did have one thing. He did have one thing right. It is cheaper to run copper to the house, but
Well, yeah, as it happens, things that are vastly inferior do tend to be slightly cheaper usually. You're right.
that and he tried to explain to me how they over provision the routers apparently. So he's like, "Oh yeah, people consistently get over a gig." Okay, dude. Yeah. And I left the pamphlet at
Did you
work.
thank him for the good laugh that you had?
No, because
Uh,
this was one of those. I think I know more about this stuff than you do, which is sad because you're the one who's installing it. So I wonder what garbage Mediacom is feeding their employees.
man, that's yikes.
Uh,
That's not what you want.
the one that got me though was yeah, we don't need fiber to your house to supply a gigabit connection. Well, no, not technically, but like actually, no. The copper is better than fiber.
So while he's technically correct about the copper being able to carry gigabit, he's definitely not correct about it being better. Oof, that's a stretch.
Yeah. And again, the copper can carry gigabit signal, but I don't think it can do it very reliably. What we also failed to mention is that I have a direct fiber line to my house. I don't share it with anybody.
And if you did, it wouldn't really be a problem. I mean, it can carry a lot.
That is true. But those copper, the copper that's being ran is typically being shared with multiple people.
Yes.
So, what happens when you have multiple people using the same connection? They're all using bandwidth, right? What happens to the pipe?
It tends to get slower.
Yep.
Oh gosh, that's just man. I was hoping you were gonna tell me about how he was like, oh yeah, they're just terrible, but they pay the bills, kind of thing. But no, he drinks the Kool-Aid. Woo.
Oh, and then the best part was he's like, by the way, we're hiring if you're interested.
Ooh. Okay.
So, yeah. He also did have one other thing, right, by saying that they are better than CenturyLink, which, yes, I will give them that.
Well, yeah, but that's not exactly a high bar, is it?
No. Not exactly. But, yeah.
That's like saying that eating out of the trash can is better than eating out of the toilet.
The toilet's probably actually cleaner.
Well, all right, wait, look. Way to ruin it. You get the point, though, right? You don't want to do either of those things, okay? It's just like you don't want to have MediaCom, you don't want to have Century.
Zach, have you
Doesn't
not...
matter which one is technically better than the other.
Have you not learned, Zach, that I just love to ruin stuff? I still think my favorite one is the besides computer class, because obviously, what was your favorite subject in school? Well, way to take away my only answer.
It wasn't even very good.
What was it?
That wasn't that funny. Come on now.
No, it was. I have the clip somewhere.
Whatever.
What? Oh, where is it?
We don't need it right now. Don't worry.
Is it in the Google Drive? The Ram Show clip. Yes, here it is. Math Whiz is what they can travel 20 miles on a single charge. Which, okay, when you think about it, on a college campus, that's a lot. Because a college campus is, this college campus is only 175 acres. We were talking about that college campus size, right? So, whatever that actually equates out to in mileage. Here we go. Zach, you're a math whiz. Figure that out.
No, I'm not. I hate math. Don't either.
I'm sorry.
I still don't think it was that funny. But all right, suit yourself.
No, I'm not. I hate that. I think it's not as funny listening back to it now, but it was funny in the moment because it was just completely like I totally thought you were actually like decent at math and didn't mind it, and then you're just like, no, I'm not. I hate math.
Well, I used to be, but I hated it, so I didn't want to do it.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I thought you were decent at math. That's why. Yeah. Where is it?
No, I'm not. I hate math.
No, I'm not. I hate math. Oh. What was your favorite subject?
Why don't we talk about things we don't hate? What do you say?
Hang on.
Way to take away the only answer I have. Okay. God.
Way to take away the only answer. Oh man. So I have that clip isolated from the show. I also have one of my favorite clips ever, video clips of Zach. Any guesses as to what one that might be?
No.
Oh, come on. We coined it as your catchphrase, basically.
You did.
Well, me and Joe, but
Oh,
you have to admit, I was like, so we're gonna go for Windows Vista. What do you think, Zach? This is a bad idea. Actually, before that, it's but Windows Vista. Windows Vista. Oh man. Oh. And then this is a bad idea. So anyway, hey, you know what? It was pretty funny. Do you remember? Oh man, maybe at some point. But do you remember? There's a clip, one of the very first clips of us ever recording a video was me forgetting the name of the channel.
yeah, I do remember that. That was up there.
Hey guys, welcome to. Wait, what was the channel name again?
That was up there.
Oh man,
They're into questionable territory.
I don't think I've never shared that clip before. I don't even know where that clip is. I know I
You
have
probably
it.
do best not to.
What?
To share it.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
You know what? Maybe if the channel gets huge, we'll do that. But this was the time we forgot
If it still exists.
If what still exists?
The clip.
Oh yeah, the clip still exists. It's in here somewhere. Let's see here. My folder, videos. Ooh. Let's see here. I know I have that clip somewhere. Is it in this folder? No. Is it in this folder? I've got it somewhere. Because I saw it the other day. Oh, here it is. Here they are. It's one of these clips. I don't remember which one, but... I'm sad, though. I don't have the original Windows Vista clip, though. I had to cut it from the video. So... But, anyway. So, But, yeah. Let's see here. Shall we talk about Comcast? Actually, before we do that...
Oh, we were already talking about some other stupid ISPs, so why...
Wait, before we do that, I still haven't made a button for this yet, but, roll the intro! You know, I love this. We're already 10 minutes into the show. And I'm just now rolling the intro. So, I really got
That's nothing new.
Huh?
That's nothing new, though.
Right? Nobody said this show was professional. This is supposed to be the place where we just have fun and, do everything for kind of kicks and giggles, basically. So, yeah. Anyway. Not that we produced a real video. I was thinking about that. You know how long it's been since we've actually produced, like, a real video on the channel? Not just a RAM show? It's been at least a couple years. So, anyway. But, yeah, so Comcast will be, get this, Zach, giving free streaming boxes to its internet-only subscribers, helping it control their TV watching experience even without getting them to pay for cable.
Well, what if they don't watch TV? What if they just watch stuff through their internet connection on whatever streaming service they...
That's why it's a streaming box.
Wait. What?
I'm
confused.
It's a free streaming box.
Okay. But how are they going to control what people watch on it? Like, if people can't watch what they want on there, same way they have been,
because I'm
right?
guessing that it's going to be linked to your account and they're going to track what you're watching on it, and then they're going to use that to.
If you don't want to do that, you can just use your device,
right?
You've been using before, right?
Well, okay. Let's look at this from the standpoint of a normie.
Okay, but they're giving these to people who already have unsubscribed from TV, right? and they've already got something they use. Why would they want to switch?
Because they're giving it to you for free. The theory is here's something free that we're going to give you.
Yes, and if they can continue to use it the same way that they want to, then sure, maybe they will continue to use it. But if Comcast wants to control what they can and can't do with it, and Comcast says, you know what, you can't watch
No. I bet when they say control their TV watching experience, meaning figure out what they're watching so we can best figure out how to advertise to you what you should watch.
Okay, well that is different.
See, the streaming box called Xfinity Flex was introduced in March and initially cost $5 per month, which actually is kind of a ludicrous price when you consider that you can get a Roku for about $30 flat. But now Comcast is getting more aggressive as it's doing so right as the streaming video competition is heating up. There you go. Having a Flex in the homes of internet-only subscribers gives Comcast a chance to take in a cut of some of those subscriptions if it can drive sign-ups. There you go. There's the reasoning.
Yeah, I suppose so, but man, it's just really stupid how everyone wants to have their own stupid crap service now.
Customers can also buy and rent TV shows and movies directly through Comcast using the buy. Okay, that's what it is. Yep. This is Comcast.
It's not so they can know what you're watching. It's this. This is.
Mm-hmm.
This is why they want you to have that.
So this is basically Comcast's version of
a streaming service.
So what do we got now? We got Hulu. We got YouTube.
Well, Disney wants to make their own, and
Disney wants to. Apple's had one for a long time.
HBO.
Yep, you got HBO in there.
There's just so many. You're basically paying for full price cable at that point. You subscribe to everything. But I mean, at least it's more granular, so you can kind of choose what you want.
I shouldn't say this because, and I'm sure somebody's already thought of it, but And then when this actually happens, I'm going to say, somebody stole my idea, even though nobody watches the show. Anyways.
Look, it'll be funny anyway.
But, no, somebody needs to figure out how to create some kind of business deal or some kind of contract with all the streaming services that exist out there, and then just create a single streaming service with a flat rate.
That's not ever going to happen. You want to know why? It's because they all have contracts with each other that says, all right, we get exclusive rights to this and that show, blah, 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 blah. And
I know, but that's what I'm saying, is you have one account. No, what I'm saying is somebody figures out how to create some kind of, like, okay, Netflix, you get this much of our revenue. This is what we'll pay your cut for allowing us to include your service in our service. And HBO, same thing. And, Disney, you get, I don't know, 15% of, or whatever, right? And then what that basically means is that one person can subscribe in one place and have all of those services. Or maybe you do it like packages where it's like, okay, I want Disney and like Netflix, and that's all I want. And then let's say you spend, I don't know, like $40 a month, and you get both of those streaming services. But it's through one account. So basically it's a portal into these other services, but you only have one bill.
Right. I mean, fair enough.
So if you think about it, it's like a cable package, but with streaming services.
It's like a cable package. Funny how that works. We've come full circle.
But with streaming services.
We've come full circle.
Yup.
God, that is just horrific.
Yup. So now this box is also going to give
the worst timeline.
Oh, yep, here we go. Yep, and the box also gives Comcast control over what customers do not see.
There you go. It gives them control over what people do and don't do on the box. And It lets them pitch crap to you.
Well, okay, so right
Fine.
now, Flex does not include cable package alternatives like PlayStation View and DirecTV Now, so the box can also help nudge people back towards Comcast's own cable service if they get sick of the limited offering. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
It's also missing
Why?
major streaming options from competitors like Apple TV Plus and Disney Plus. Neither will be available until November, but support isn't mentioned. Comcast plans to launch a streaming service of its own next year,
Another one.
which also seems to tie into all of this. So
Very
basically, this thing is like a glorified Chromecast, but Comcast can manage what's on it. Oh my gosh! And NBC apparently has a streaming service now called Peacock, which is supposed to launch next April with a huge back catalog and a number of new series. So yeah, so how long before streaming services just turn into the new cable?
You mean to tell me it hasn't been done already? Because, like, we're basically at that point.
We're
There's,
basically
like,
at
so
that
many
point,
of them.
except for the problem is that you subscribe to. I'm saying, when is it going to be like network TV where you pay?
Oh, where you subscribe to one and you get, like, a sizable portion of everything?
Right. Yep.
Well, it'll pretty soon. You know what? Here's what's gonna happen. Someday in the future, streaming services are gonna be like channels are. You know, like, oh, you know, that show's on the whatever channel, right? And I have that channel in my cable package, so I can watch it. So soon it's gonna be, oh yeah, I've got the HBO.
That's what I'm
HBO
saying.
channel. It's gonna go back to channels.
Well, no. I have that. I
got the
subscribe to
HBO
that.
channel. I can
No.
watch that.
I subscribe to that particular network, which means that I have access to that particular network shows.
Well, exactly, and channel is just another way of saying network in this.
Right, but rather than, I think, are you saying like it's actually going to be like streaming that particular thing at that particular time, or it just means that because that's what's nice about streaming is that when you want to watch something, you can watch it on your schedule.
You mean off of your. Well, yeah, of course, it's gonna work. I'm sure it'll work that way, but you know, it's just gonna be like paying for a cable TV service that has specific channels. It's, you know, instead of channels, you're paying for, you know, whatever network, or I don't know. It's stupid. So stupid. Stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, how long do you think before they start putting ads in everything? If
Oh.
they haven't already. I don't know. I don't
Just
even
wait.
subscribe to any
Just
streaming.
wait. And yes, Hulu adds ads in between segments of shows.
And that's a paid service.
Right. And then you can
So
step
you're
up.
paying for that service. You're paying for that service to watch those shows, and they're still putting ads in there. See, that's what always baffled me about cable TV as well. It's the same thing on cable TV. You pay a fairly sizable monthly fee.
What? No. Hold on. Well,
You got
okay.
ads in there.
Hang on.
Anyway.
You have to remember, I worked in TV, in commercial TV, right? So here's what happens, right? So in the case of our station, we broadcast our signal out on a digital frequency that anyone can pick up if you're in our area and you have a antenna.
Mm-hmm. And
So, I forgot to turn the TV on behind me. Okay? So, the TV behind me has an antenna hooked up to it. I can pick up that station free of charge for nothing. Okay?
okay.
So, here's the thing is that experience can be limited and crummy sometimes due to weather, things like that. You're paying for the reliability and you're also paying for the because here's what a cable company is going to do. Say Comcast or CLTel or Mediacom. There we go. Okay? Throw a couple into the mix, right? They are delivering networks that aren't streaming or not broadcasting over the air, like True TV and HLN and because like the major networks, like they're broadcasting a signal out over the air. And then what happens is, which is actually really funny, right? So this is how DirecTV worked, right? DirecTV has an antenna back somewhere, right, at their control center that literally picks up the signal that is being broadcasted out of our antenna. Which meant if the transmitter went down, then all of a sudden anyone who had DirecTV could no longer see our station. So they were basically rebroadcasting it.
Well, in any case,
but in any case, right? But okay, hang on. Long story short, okay. Basically, though, what you're doing is you're paying the cable company to deliver that signal to you through their infrastructure, and then negotiate all the contracts with every single network, and then deliver it to you in one single service with one single bill.
That is a way of looking at it that I haven't seen before. Okay, I mean, that does make a lot more sense, but,
so you're paying for the service of them delivering that to you.
And especially if you're talking about, I don't know, it still feels really stupid, I think.
Well, no. You're paying for...
Because you're paying for that, you don't...
You're paying for the
no
service...
Need for advertisements on there, you're paying for it.
No, you're not... No, you're paying the cable company. You're not paying the actual network itself. The network still has to make money.
The cable company pays them, right?
Yes, to a certain degree, but okay, think of it. A giant network like CBS, right? Or like the station, because no. Comcast is not paying.
No, this is stupid.
No. Comcast is not paying the individual stations. They're just paying the overall network. So the individual station has to make its own money.
TV sucks. What's new?
The individual station has to make its own money.
Why is this so complicated?
Why is everything complicated, Zach? Huh? Why is everything complicated?
Why can't you just pay for something and get an uncompromised experience?
I do agree, however, though, if you're paying for a service like a streaming service, right? Because Netflix has managed to figure it out.
Well, okay, look, you can maybe what I'm saying is you can make the point that ads on TV exist for a reason. But you know what doesn't exist for a reason is ads in streaming services, because you are paying the direct holder of those intellectual properties for access to them. There's no middlemen, nothing like that.
No, there is, because the streaming service has to buy the rights to rebroadcast that stuff.
Look at these. Look at what's going on these days. Streaming services are making their own intellectual property. Taking the middleman out.
Right, exactly.
And still doing stupid stuff with it.
Well, when was the last time Comcast said they didn't want to make more money, Zach?
When was the last time Comcast did anything intelligent?
Although I did find out something interesting about Apple today. Apparently the iPhone X battery, at least the connector, will fit into the iPhone XR. The battery won't fit in the phone because it's shaped differently, of course, but the connectors are the same.
Interesting piece of information I will probably never need, but...
Oh, that was just one of those, Apple did something kind of sort of cool.
In other news, cable TV and streaming services are stupid.
Comcast plans to launch a streaming service of its own next year. Which also seems to tie into all of this. The NBC streaming service now called... Oh, yeah, we already read this. Okay. So Peacock is supposed to launch next April with a huge back catalog and a number of new series. And CNBC previously reported that Comcast hopes to charge cord cutters around $10 per month. And having control over their streaming box could help to push potential customers to sign up. Even with this announcement, Comcast's strategy around the Flex box remains pretty weird. It'll still cost $5 per month per box for an additional Flex, and it'll be limited to just 2 of those paid units, which may not be enough for a large house with many TVs. The rentals remain a strategy entirely designed around squeezing money out of customers, hoping they don't realize that there's a better way to get a streaming device.
It's like they've been it's like they've been kicked to the ground by better technologies, but they're still like reaching up and into your pocket.
Well, okay, to be clear, no one should lease a streaming box, but here's the thing. I'm guessing that it's a seamless integration where you know, I'm sure the guy will even come and install it for you for an additional $9.99 or I'm sorry, not $9.99, an additional $29.99.
$9.99, that's a steal.
I'm
Comcast
sorry.
Executives are over here like $9.99. What? That's it? Triple the price now.
But wait, there's more. Pay an additional $59.99 and we'll install it for you. I'm sure the service is very similar where it's got an actual remote that makes a lot of sense to somebody who, because okay, to you and me, right? We plug a Chromecast.
People who don't know anything about technology.
But okay, hang on. To be clear, right? So I
They're
have
just preying on those people.
Yes, they are. But I have Chromecasts all over the house. Now, Zach, have you ever used a Chromecast before?
No, and I could probably figure it out in about 2 seconds.
Yes.
Actually, I probably have. I don't know. Maybe.
But okay, I mean, you have a technical background.
Devices. I hate them though. I really
You
hate
have a
them.
technical
They're
background.
terrible. You ever tried to put in your Wi-Fi password on a smart TV?
Oh,
what a horrific!
My
experience.
gosh. Yes, because the church has
those should just ship with remotes that have keyboards on. Imagine that.
You know what?
It'd be like one of those phones with the sliding keyboard. Remember those?
Yeah.
That would be
You know what?
incredible.
Okay.
TV remote with that.
So,
Buy immediately.
quick fun fact, right? The original Wii, the original Nintendo Wii, you can actually plug a keyboard into, and it will work. Huh?
Never knew that.
Yep, you can actually plug a keyboard into it and it works. But there is absolutely no Ethernet jack on the thing.
Why would you plug a keyboard into it exactly? You like play games with it? It's interesting.
No, but you could type in passwords and things like that.
You can go online and like on the internet and stuff for the week.
Yep, you can. Yeah, you can. It's a horrible experience.
Like apps you can have on it. You know?
Yep. It's a horrible.
Never used them though. We have.
You know what? You know what
we actually still do have a Wii. We definitely still.
We still have one too. You know what the worst experience is though? Short of trying to type in the Wi-Fi password, is trying to stream the internet on a TV. Or surf the internet, I'm sorry.
Oh god, yeah. Well, and trying to type on a TV is obviously going to be part of that.
Right?
Part of the problem with that, it's
well, now some of these TVs are building in now some of these TVs are building in Amazon's, voice assistant and
oh yeah, they have built-in Roku, built-in Chromecast, and built-in whatever Amazon's got. I don't even.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple TVs down at the church that have Chromecasts built into them.
I feel like an old man now.
Why?
Oh, all these new streaming services. I don't need no streaming services. I just need an Ethernet jack. That's all That's me right now.
No, but I know exactly what you mean by the whole password thing, because we have a smart Samsung TV down at the church on a rolling cart that we had to connect to the network.
Yeah, honestly, I just despise smart TVs so much.
You know what's great though?
They're just terrible.
You know what's great though
maybe that's just me being a grumpy idiot that I hate.
We put that smart TV with a bunch of other devices on its own network. So it's logged in, and I don't intend to do anything with that network ever. Yeah, we should be good for the foreseeable future for a while. How
did you put it on its own network?
Segregation, basically. So we have the main church corporate network, or wireless network. There is the guest wireless network, and then there is a separate network solely for church devices.
Oh, and it's on that separate network for church devices only?
Yep.
So it's not on its own network, necessarily. It's just...
yeah, it's on its own specialized network in the ecosystem.
But it has other devices.
Right, yeah, it's got other devices on it.
I was going to say, you almost had me thinking that you just put it on its own network.
Samsung Smart TV Network.
There you go.
uh, Harmony Hub Remote Network.
And you know those companies that make the universal remotes, they gotta make one with a keyboard. Seriously, just make one that's like one of those older phones with a sliding keyboard. Okay, you got like the,
I
the top
wonder.
part, which looks like a normal TV remote, right? You slide it out, it's got a keyboard. Oh, that would be incredible. And I wouldn't buy one because I don't watch TV like ever.
No, but
it would
I
still be
wonder if the Harmony remote, like the Harmony Hub, I think it's got Bluetooth built into it, so you might be able to use a Bluetooth keyboard with it.
Why would you want to do that? Like, imagine just whipping out your TV remote. And you want to type in your Wi-Fi password. You just, you know,
Yeah,
and you just type it. Like, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
it would be. It would be pretty awesome. So, or here you go. Here you go. Being able to control your TV, and this exists now, right? Rather than a remote, how about just an app?
Oh, you know what? I feel kind of stupid now. I wasn't thinking about that.
I'm sorry. I totally need to. I need to isolate that clip and save that.
Yeah, I mean that does sound like a good idea. How about a TV that just has like some kind of wireless communication device that might be able to connect with your cellular device that also has a compatible wireless communication device? Maybe we could call it Bluetooth
Or Wi-Fi.
or Wi-Fi. Yeah, that'd be really awesome. Wow, that'd be pretty.
To be fair, I didn't think about it either until just now. So.
I just had my head fixated on how terrible typing out letters on a TV.
You know what? It's not a horrible idea, but I think the app thing might be a little bit easier.
It'd be kind of novel, I suppose.
You know what though?
No. I take that back. It'd be better for those people that buy the Comcast streaming box because they're too inept to work a Chromecast, right? It's for those people, okay, that want like an old-fashioned TV remote. They don't want no newfangled apps on my phone kind of thing, They just want a remote.
You know the one I see from older people all the time is when they come in and one, they can't figure out the chip reader. But the second one is most of them have got it figured out now, but usually,
to be fair, sometimes I can't figure it out either. Sometimes I just put it in and it's just like and then I just fail it twice more and it lets me swipe.
You know what I do, Zach? This is the card reader right here. Boink. Done.
Oh, okay.
Have you not used that yet?
What did you do?
Google Wallet.
Oh, I don't use that crap.
Why not? It's so nice.
I don't know, because I like carry my wallet and just get my card out.
I carry my wallet with me too, but like if I'm at the gas station or something, they scan my reward card and then they scan my reward card on my phone, and then I just take it from there and I set it on the contact pad and boom, I'm done. I don't even have to get my wallet out. Like, I already have my phone in my hand anyways for them to scan the reward card. I might as well just hang on to it and then use it to pay.
Well, not a bad idea, but
So, or, I don't know, but what if you forget your wallet? See, I typically don't forget my phone, but I have forgotten my wallet a couple times.
Well, I don't know then. I guess you're screwed. Well, I guess.
Or you go to the bank. But, anyway. Moving on. Oh, here we go. Mm-hmm. Yep. If Zach didn't get a chance to vent enough, do you remember a little thing called the TiVo?
Yeah.
Well, TiVo is testing running, get this, pre-roll ads before DVR recordings.
Look, can we just have look here, okay? Let's just have the biggest epidemic of piracy ever, okay? And then all these stupid companies, they'll fix their stupid crap quick. That happens, okay?
Yes or no? Or or employ more, DRM rights into stuff.
Okay, well, that is kind of a thing for games, but it's not so much a thing for it's really
You know
just
what
not
though?
a
You know
thing
what though?
for,
Here's the thing.
like,
I found this
video.
out. Okay, so I plugged the Chromecast into the Elgato's capture card, right? Guess what didn't work?
Probably some streaming service that has some kind of DRM on.
No, I couldn't capture anything that was being streamed to the Chromecast at all. Because it has it built in. That it just won't let you do that. Because that's what my theory was, let's just plug the Chromecast in, stream something to it, while have OBS record it or something like that. Hey, there we go! Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, well, it would work for any kind of content that you can stream on your PC. Let's just say that. That could be recorded. Like,
It
there's
could.
just no
It
no
could.
getting around that.
If you don't care about having, see, because this is what companies are doing now, is they're
I
putting
know, you're not gonna have like 1% lower quality. Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh, that, and you're gonna have the weird, bar that pop, like the controls and stuff like that pop up temporarily. Like, it's not gonna be just a clean, clean.
No,
It's not gonna be
have
clean.
that.
Yeah, well, when you stream something off of Netflix, like, it has Netflix's what is it? Like their rating and stuff like that up on the top, and after you click play, you know how the controls don't go away right away?
I mean, yes.
That's what I mean. You're gonna have that in your video. It's not gonna be clean. Now maybe that doesn't bother
Okay,
you,
but it's not clean in the paid for version either.
Well, no, because it's it's part of the service, but
Right, exactly. So it doesn't matter. You would be getting the same thing. Look, point being, whatever. DRM only goes so far.
So the fundamental purpose
and
of
piracy gets companies to actually, I don't know, pay some attention.
Anyway, okay, so
If enough people are doing it, we'll get them to pay attention.
All right. So the fundamental purpose of DVRs has always been to help people catch up on their favorite TV shows and skip commercials while doing so. Something isn't streaming a thing now. Although not everything is streamed. Not everything is available for streaming. I will say that. So there is still a place for DVR as of now. But as noted by That's Not Funny, TiVo seems to be okay with the idea of running ads before those shows beginning. The company is testing pre-roll video ads that start playing when customers view a recording, and the ad spots are noticeably low res and worse quality than the DVR'd content that starts playing afterwards, according to one TiVo owner who has been served spots for Amazon, Keurig, and Toyota. It sounds like the users can fast forward through the ads, but doing so is not that seamless. There's several potential...
The old make it annoying so they won't do it technique.
There are several potential reasons for TiVo ramping up advertising. Maybe the company plans to offer an ad-supported subscription with lower or no monthly fees compared to what regular customers are paying, similar to Amazon's Kindle devices with no ads.
That is... don't even get me started on that. That's horrible.
Or wait, Amazon's Kindle devices with what?
Yep.
What?
That's part of the reason it's cheap. Because it has built-in advertising.
What?
Yep. Well, there might be some differentiation between models. I don't actually know. I've never...
Have you seen this?
I have seen it some time ago. I couldn't really describe it to you, though. It's been...
Was this with your other position?
No. Yeah, it's this thing.
Wait, actually, okay, hang on. Does your
ads on the lock screen?
I've
seen phones that have that. Actually, there's a phone.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's that stupid blue phone that
yeah,
ads on the lock screen, and you'll get a few cents a day or something. Stupid.
Similar to Amazon. Yeah. Okay. No one who has paid for a lifetime subscription or even a monthly plan will be pleased to see pre-roll ads. No. We just talked about that. TiVo also handles DVR functionality for many mid-sized and international cable providers. Squeezing in ads wherever possible could be something that those companies are pushing for as more of their customers spend increased time streaming shows and movies elsewhere. Let's see. So CNN ran a story on TiVo's upcoming 2019 plans. The company is currently splitting into two businesses, one focused on patents, the other on actual products, and it will launch a TiVo Plus service next month. Oh, here we go. Another flippin' service. TiVo Plus will be free for TiVo or hardware owners, and it will aggregate the recommended content based on your current subscription, similar to the Apple TV. There could also be free ad-supported content. All of the Roku channel. New devices are also coming, with TiVo aiming to release a $50 dongle that runs Android TV to expand upon its base of DVR customers. Interesting.
That's not what we want.
What'd you say?
That's not what we want.
Yeah.
We don't want stupidity.
Apparently this week's show is just all about, like, companies wanting to make money. Like,
off of stupidity.
Yeah, well, hang on. Like,
Off of stupidity.
Time for our Microsoft news here.
Now, is it more stupidity? Okay.
When do we ever... Okay, I was going to say, when do we ever have a Microsoft news story that doesn't revolve around stupidity? But there have been some.
There's been some, yeah.
But,
it'd be incorrect to say that it's never happened, I will admit.
But, in this case, Twitch competitor Mixer, which is owned by Microsoft, adds ads, but it might be keeping the revenue for itself.
Oh, so the streamers don't get anything?
I don't know. Mixer, which is Microsoft's answer to Twitch, has just rolled out its first ads, but it appears the only entity earning money from the ads will be Mixer itself. So some of the ads will show up on channels run by Microsoft itself, but other partner channels, like Ninjas, will now see ads appear in front of their content that don't support them financially. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's what we want.
So, Mixer announced that move last Friday on its Level Up cast. Wow, really? Okay. A weekly show about what's happening on the platform. Ads were always part of the plan, said Mixer's community manager, Andy something, and guest host Ethan Rothamel. People who have Mixer's premium monthly subscription offering Pro won't see the ads, they said, and neither will people who have subscribed to a partnered channel. Okay. I don't know if you have to, like, pay money to subscribe to a channel like you kind of do on Twitch, I think. Or, I don't know. But for now, only Mixer is making ad revenue, at least according to one of the guys, although he did take pains to say that ads are ultimately meant to support creators too. It seems the company is still figuring out how to integrate earned ad revenue with its partnered accounts. I don't know. Something ad ran, this many people watch. You get this so much amount of cut of money. Isn't that like how everyone else does it?
Stupid.
Let's see. Quote, I get it, ads are not the most fun thing in the world to deal with, but it's super important to remember that you're doing, or what you're doing on the site. The site is free, you're watching content for free, and you're supporting partners. Except for none of the ad revenue is going to the partners right now.
Yeah, so you're not supporting them at all.
When reached for comment, a Microsoft spokesperson provided a statement. We're always testing and exploring new features and monetization options for Mixer creators, but have nothing more to share at this time.
Blah, 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 blah.
Microsoft wouldn't confirm whether its creators will receive any revenue from the ads it runs on their channels. Later, a spokesperson for The company clarified that they plan to introduce a formal revenue share with Mixer creators when the program is rolled out more broadly. But for now, the revenue we are receiving during our pilot advertising test is funding other programs that benefit creators directly, writes a Microsoft spokesperson. Revenue, creators, benefit, like
Something money.
Yep.
Boring.
Twitch, which is Mixer's biggest competitor, also has ads that support the company and its partners, but there's a disclosure on each ad that says exactly where any revenue is going. If Mixer chooses to do the same, they'll become even more similar to their larger competitor, which is not itself a bad thing. If both platforms explain where the money goes, it will create and reinforce a set of payment norms in live streaming, which is important because companies and the streamers they host are still working out the boundaries of what's acceptable to broadcast. So, yeah.
Stupid.
Let's see here. Where is it? So if Mixer chooses to do the same, they'll be even more similar to their larger competitor. Where have we heard or seen this before? Oh, right. The Windows Phone, the Surface. Pretty much any product Microsoft has ever tried to create. We've said it before, Zach. Microsoft is always late to the party.
Well, if they sign more exclusivity deals with streamers that people want to watch, maybe they can make it happen this time.
Right, but okay, remember, okay?
I thought that's a good thing.
Who owns Twitch?
Amazon.
Right. There's no way Microsoft is going to knock Amazon down. There's no way.
You're probably right.
Hang on. No. When was the last time you ever heard a story on the Ram show where we said, oh, Microsoft beat out another company on something?
I don't know.
We haven't. That's why.
I mean, just about the only thing they got going for them is like Windows.
Yeah, and well, Microsoft has still managed to apparently screw that up. So, you know.
Well, they're doing their best. Here we are still using it.
Well, that is true. Okay, so I watched an interesting video, right? So Microsoft used to have a team of developers or like testers in-house that would test the releases on actual hardware. Now they rely on automation to do all that stuff and the end users, but the problem, or the testers, or the early beta testers. But the problem is the early beta testers can't send enough information back to Microsoft for them to actually be able to figure out what the problem is half the time. So yeah, basically Microsoft just suck and no care and, give us your data.
We want your data. Microsoft,
data. Cookie Monster has been renamed to Data Monster.
Maybe someday.
So anyway, but yeah, so that's a thing. Oh, moving on. So PayPal reinstates controversial policy of pocketing fees from refunds. PayPal is reinstating a controversial policy around its handling of fees in the event of a refund. Starting next month, PayPal will begin pocketing the initial 2.9% commission fee sellers forfeit during a transaction, even when the seller is refunding a customer in full. So basically, we're taking our cut of your money, even if there's a refund, which is totally great. The company initially rolled out this policy back in April, but seller backlash over PayPal claiming the commission fee led it to reverse course. Now PayPal says it's updating its policy for good. citing its cost structure and claiming the approach to refunds is in line with industry practice. Sellers are again up in arms over the change, with some claiming that it is not in fact the case that other online payment processing industries handle refunds in this way. Basically, PayPal is evil, and they want more money. Again, another one of those stories. I thought that was going to be better than it actually was, but that was one of those. I didn't have enough time to look through everything in the show this week, so moving on. If you play Fortnite or PUBG, Zach, on your mobile device, which you don't, but if you did, don't update to iOS 13.0.
I don't play those games on my phone, and I also don't have an iPhone.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. Apple's latest iOS refresh arrived not quite fully backed, leading to all sorts of bugs that ranged from minor to serious. That kind of sounds like the 1903 release of Windows 10. So the situation is so pressing, in fact, that Apple is pushing up the release of iOS 13.1 by a week to help iron out the kinks. But for avid players of Battle Royale mobile titles like Fortnite and PUBG mobile, that means going a few days without being able to properly play the touch-based shooters. Both games, as well as many others, rely on multiple simultaneous touch inputs to control in-game characters. The issue with iOS 13 is that a 3-finger press and hold gesture was introduced to allow more granular text editing options. Yep. Yet again, another reason as to why Apple is not a gaming company or makes anything for gamers.
I don't know, mobile gaming is kind of a disaster anyway.
What is a mobile gaming phone?
Well, they exist.
Right. What makes it a gaming phone?
Lots of red.
I thought at first.
Otherwise, just use the same chipsets that everybody else uses, and just make it black and red. Maybe put some beefy cooling on it. Be like, yeah, it's for gamers.
ROG.
Oh
yeah. Yep. What is it? ROG? Yeah.
Yes. The Razer phone. That one's actually not black and red. That one's like green and red.
Well, no. But it's still massive cooling and all that other fun stuff. But yeah. Anyway. Since the official release yesterday, or the other day I should say, countless players have complained that the added gesture in-game is game-breaking for Fortnite and PUBG Mobile in particular. Both titles rely on third-person perspective and often involve keeping 2 fingers on the screen for moving a character and controlling the camera, while a third finger is arched across the screen to aim down sights and perform other in-game functions. Yet, doing the gesture in-game will open a new text editing bar instead, and Battle Royale games are one life per fund affairs where you can't afford to swipe away a menu in the heat of a battle with another human player.
Oh, that's kind of funny, I will admit.
Fortnite creator Epic Games commented on the matter on Reddit with a comment coordinating, telling players, "We've heard this should be fixed with the release of iOS 13.1. PUBG mobile developer Tencent put a notice inside its mobile version acknowledging the issue and advising players not to update. We are aware of an issue for players who upgraded to iOS 13.0, where touching the screen with 3 fingers will trigger an iOS function and interrupt the game. We have already raised the issue to Apple and will continue working with them to resolve the issue. We suggest players who play the game with 3 or more fingers do not upgrade to iOS 13 until this issue is resolved. Thank you for your understanding, PUBG Mobile Team. Let's see here. One theory is that Apple made it so the enhanced text editing tool only opens when you're tapped inside a text box. You I think they might have figured that out at the beginning. Why would you need a gesture that works everywhere on the phone when it's only designed for one particular instance? Like, I don't know, highlighting or editing text. This functionality is for highlighting and editing text, right? Maybe it should only work when there's a text box. I don't understand what developers are thinking sometimes. Or is it that they're working on so many other things that these small things are just things that they don't think about?
I'll tell you.
Apple has yet to officially acknowledge the bug. Some testing of that on somebody's personal device does support that, as the tool only shows up when tapped inside text boxes on messages, Signal, and similar apps. Regardless, it's not a great look for Apple. Thankfully, iOS 13.1 is coming soon. For those who haven't yet updated, don't do it. Not only is the standard release full of bugs, but it also has a security issue that lets hackers bypass the lock screening and exposure contact list. We talked about that last week. Yeah. So, Apple's crap. What else is new? By the way, the industry's magic bullet for robocalls is currently useless on the iPhone. So, that's a thing. What else? Oh, this is kind of interesting. Starbucks Japan is selling pens with built-in NFC wallets in them. It's releasing the new hardware product in Japan this month. And it's a pen, not a stylus or anything, an actual pen with coffee brown gel ink, a drip coffee machine inspired design, and the built-in ability to pay for things at Starbucks. Interesting. This is interesting. Well, maybe not interesting. How much do you think it costs for the privilege of owning one of these pens?
I don't know.
About 4,000 yen.
How much is that in dollars?
I don't know. You're a math whiz. You figure it out. No, the conversion comes out to about $37.
That's what I need.
Oh, including 1,000 yen preloaded. Okay, how much is 1,000 yen?
Oh, 1/4 of $37, I suppose.
Okay, so what does that come out to?
I don't know.
You don't know, or you're just too lazy to figure out the math? I'm not going to make you do it.
Both.
1,000 yen comes out to about $9.29. So, like $9. So, interesting. Yeah. That's all I have. I got nothing else. So, Got anything else to add, Zach? Probably not.
Negative.
So, yeah. What did we learn this week on the show?
some stuff about cable companies that suck.
We learned that
Streaming
Zach hates
services
cable
suck.
companies and that he thinks cable companies suck.
I don't know. Streaming services are stupid. All stupid. They're all stupid. They all want to take your money and give you crap.
Oh, man.
They all want to take your money and give you advertisements anyway. Take my middle finger. Actually, don't do that. I like having 5 fingers. I'll take it.
Oh, if you had to lose a finger, Zach, what finger would you lose?
What?
Like,
Excuse me?
let's say you had a horrible accident, right? Where you lost one of your fingers, right? What finger would you most like be okay with losing?
I don't know. Probably my pinky finger, I
See,
guess.
I was thinking about that too.
That sucks. That would be terrible.
I was thinking about that too. I was thinking the pinky, but I don't know. Like, that's the furthest one away. Yeah, maybe the pinky. I don't know.
I mean, you wouldn't really. Can you think of anything that you do with that finger that's independent of your ring? I mean, you probably can't even move them independently.
Move what independently?
Your ring finger and your pinky finger.
I don't think you can.
No, you can't. That's the point. The nerves are like linked together or something.
I see. Yeah, probably the pinky. So I would hate to lose a thumb though. That would not be fun.
Oh, that sucks to be you then.
Thumbs are kind of important.
Very important, yeah.
Yeah, they allow us to hang on to things, like the mouse, which you can't see. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. All right. Let's go before the show just turns into something really dark. So anyway, that does it for this week. Thanks for joining us. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Get subscribed down below if you haven't done that already. Turn on the bell so you don't miss any notifications. And yeah, we'll see you next week on the show. Bye.